We went on a 3-day road trip in Tasmania from Devonport to Hobart and back, with stops along the way. Our first stop was Queenstown for the Wilderness Railway.
Lovely. So I'm going to call it in suspect. And
then you get one between the cells.
Yeah.
Story really begins. Prospector by the name of Cornelius Con Lynch had made his way to Tasmania from New Zealand following rumours of gold. After slicing a track inland from Kelly Basin, a little further along the harbour from Strawn, he made his way up the King River and turned left at the confluence of the Queen. It wasn't far from here that legend tells of him coming across a gold nugget the size of a cricket ball. So what would you do if you found a cricket ball-sized golden nugget? Hide it, keep it, have a bunch of strangers over and brag about it at a campfire? We'll have a guess what our mate Con took. That's right, he had a bunch of strangers over and bragged about it to anyone who would listen. So Con Lynch sparked a gold rush and the action began. Men came from all corners of the globe, pegging leases, forming syndicates and making deals, both honest and shifty. Long-lasting alliances were made, but equally long-lasting animosity was born. It was a tumultuous time, and the area really was the Wild West. The work was hard, and many men came and went with the seasons. When times were tough, they ate wombats and button grass, and yet the waves of men kept coming. Through it all, the land yielded only enough mineral wealth to keep them all interested. Sure, that elusive gold was just around the next bend in the river. It wasn't much more than a year after Con had first struck gold that 3 men ventured even deeper into the wilderness. They used the chalky peaks of Mount Owen and Lyell as their guide, climbing the saddle between the two and camping below a rocky outcrop above the Linda Valley. Here they struck gold and pegged their lease around the distinctive outcrop that would soon bear the name the Iron Blow. Doubt and drama would follow the 3 until they abandoned their lease, leaving it to another syndicate of men and led by a seasoned prospector, James Crotty. Crotty and his team were doggedly determined to get their hands on that gold Mount Lyell clearly had lying beneath the surface. And yet only more debtors were here in the nearest shipping port at Strawn. He was faced with the same problem that had been deterring the Tasmanian government from extracting minerals from this region for over 20 years. If he was to make his investment pay off and get the copper through the rainforest to the coast, he was going to need all the stubborn determination and tenacity he could muster. He was going to need to find a way or make it.
Lynchburg. Purchase Queen River Gold Mine. Oh, there's our engine. There we go.
How are you?
Yeah, all right.
Sorry.
No problem. Pia and Fleming trying to find a gold nugget. Pia's still looking for gold. Fleming tried. No gold.
Real deal. Did I find something?
The one piece that was put in there had already been found. The one piece.
Sonia checking out the old gold mine.
Well, where are you going next?
Don't know. I see. I'm here tonight and tomorrow night. I want to go and see that.
The rack in the middle of the tracks, or cogs if you will, are part of the rack and pinion system that allowed his train to make it up the mountain.
Yeah, there's plenty of water.
And I'm thinking of $4. Yeah, you can get them. It costs bugger all now.
switching the engine around for our return trip to Queenstown, and Sonia's down on the platform.
Beautiful ferns here in the rainforest. Cold, damp rainforest. And here comes Pia going to the bridge. Back on the platform, waiting for our train to come back for us. Huh. Oh well. Interesting, I guess.
It's always off the rails or breaking down. Up to number 5 is the baby of the family. Unlike the other locos, she was purchased 30 years later than her older counterparts. She was also brought in as complete. No assembly required. When she arrived in 1938, she was put straight out onto the tracks. The loco crew who had been bragging to everyone how lucky they were not to have to assemble it. Her naughty personality was visible from that very first moment. As she left the station and headed up the hill, she broke down. Malcolm Powell, who had been green with envy until that moment, was relieved not to be in the cabin.
Riding the Wilderness Railway.
Cog and pinion up and down the mountain.
We are proud to be able to continue to operate a heritage railway in this unique environment. Daily, we face the same challenges as those who came before us, just with a little bit more technology and equipment than our pioneers could have hoped for. If you took time to enjoy some of our interpretation panels about maintaining a railway in the 21st century, you might have awed at the fact that only in the last 12 months did we move away from walking surveys to monitoring devices for lead movements. Instead of taking locomotives apart piece by piece to check for faults, our workshop crew now implement modern-day testing to maintain safety and longevity. Although the magnificent flora around us is a beauty in itself, it can often end up in the rail corridor after winds and heavy rain. Customers used to walk the tracks, ensuring it was clear for the trains to run. In modern times, we have our high rail vehicles, fitted with rolling stock, able to run on the rail as well as the road. Our teams are on and off the rail before departure every morning to ensure we can travel through.
Like and subscribe so you don't miss the next couple of videos from Tasmania.